Look, I'm going to show you exactly how seniors are getting full refunds on flights airlines swore were non-refundable. A 71-year-old retired postal worker paid $2,400 for a round-trip domestic flight last spring. He booked it the way most people do. Went to the airline's website, picked his dates, entered his credit card, and moved on with his life. His seatmate, a 68-year-old retired librarian, flew the exact same route on the exact same day. She paid $340, and when her plans changed 2 weeks later, she called the airline and got every single penny back. Same aircraft, same departure time, same arrival gate. The only difference is she knew rules that the airline will never volunteer. After researching over 200 senior flight bookings and speaking with retired airline customer service supervisors, I uncovered refund policies, discount programs, and booking loopholes that airlines are technically required to offer but will never promote. They're buried in fine print, hidden behind call center menus, tucked inside policies that haven't been updated on their websites in years, and the people who know about them are saving thousands while everyone else pays full price and gets told no when they ask for their money back. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Seniors are the most overcharged group in air travel right now. The data backs this up. They book earlier than any other demographic, which means they're paying peak prices. They rarely challenge fees because they assume the airline's first answer is final. And they almost never ask about age-based programs because nobody tells them these programs exist. Airlines have built their entire pricing system around this predictability. They are counting on you not knowing your rights. I'm breaking down 6 strategies that change all of that today. 6 approaches that airlines actively try to keep quiet because every time a passenger uses one, it costs them revenue. Strategy number 3 has gotten seniors full cash refunds on flights the airline insisted were completely non-refundable. We'll get there, but these aren't loopholes that will get patched next month. Some of them are federal law. Others are policies baked into the airline's own system that they just hope you never discover. And when you stack them together, the savings don't just add up, they multiply. Let's start with the one rule every traveler over 60 needs to know before they book another flight. Number 6, multiple major airlines offer dedicated senior discount fares. You will almost never see them advertised on their websites. You won't find them in search results. Google Flights won't show them. Expedia won't show them. They exist inside the airline's booking system, available to anyone who knows to ask, and completely invisible to everyone who doesn't. Here's why airlines keep these quiet. They segment their customers by behavior. And seniors as a group tend to book the same way every time. They go to the website, they pick the flight, they pay the price on the screen, and they never pick up the phone. Airlines have zero incentive to surface a cheaper option to someone who's already willing to pay full price. So they don't. A 66-year-old retired teacher in Ohio was booking a flight from Cleveland to Dallas on American Airlines last fall. The website showed her $487 one way. She almost paid it. But her daughter, who works in corporate travel, told her to call the airline directly and ask one simple question. Do you have a senior fare for this route? The phone agent pulled up a senior rate of $312. Same flight, same seat, same departure time. She saved $175 just by making a 3-minute phone call. Now multiply that across a round trip and you've saved $350. Do it twice a year and that's $700. For a retiree on a fixed income, that's real money. And all it took was asking. Here's what you need to know. Senior fares typically kick in at age 60 or 65 depending on the airline. American, United, and several regional carriers have historically offered senior fare classes, though availability varies by route and date. These fares aren't guaranteed on every flight, but they exist in the system far more often than you'd think. The agents know about them. The website just doesn't show them. Your move is simple. Never book a flight online without calling the airline first. Ask specifically whether a senior fare or senior discount is available for your exact route and dates. Check smaller regional carriers too, because they often have more consistent senior pricing than the major airlines. And never assume the price you see on a screen is the best price available to you. It almost never is, but getting a cheaper fare is only half the battle. What happens when your plans change after you've already booked? That's where most seniors lose hundreds of dollars completely unnecessarily. Number 5, there's a federal law that says every airline must let you cancel your ticket for free within 24 hours of booking. Full refund. No questions asked, no fees, no credits, cash back to your card. Most seniors have never heard of this rule. Airlines are perfectly happy to keep it that way. Here's how they get away with it. When you book a flight, the whole process is designed to feel final. You get a confirmation email. You see the charge on your card. Everything about it says this is done, no going back. Airlines use words like only 3 seats left and prices are rising to make you rush. They want you to book fast and never look back, because the moment you stop checking prices, they win. A 72-year-old retired nurse in Michigan booked an $1,800 round-trip flight to visit her grandchildren in San Diego. She clicked purchase and closed her laptop. 2 hours later, her daughter called and said she'd found the exact same route for $1,100 on a different airline. The retired nurse figured she was stuck. She'd already paid. The money was gone, but her neighbor, a former travel agent, told her about the 24-hour rule. She called the airline that same evening, canceled the booking, and got every dollar back. Then she rebooked at the lower price. One phone call, 10 minutes. She saved $700. Here's exactly how this works. The U.S. Department of Transportation requires all airlines to do one of two things: either let you cancel for free within 24 hours of booking, or let you hold a fare for 24 hours without paying. This applies to every flight that leaves from or lands in the United States. The only catch is you have to have booked at least 7 days before the flight departs. That's it. That's the whole rule. So never panic when you book. You always have a full day. After you pay, go right back and check other airlines. Check other dates. If you find a better price, cancel and rebook. Keep your confirmation email. Take a screenshot when you cancel. And if the website makes cancellation hard to find, which it often does on purpose, just call the airline directly and tell them you want to cancel under the DOT 24-hour rule. Now you know you can cancel within 24 hours. But what about flights you booked weeks ago? What about tickets airlines tell you are completely non-refundable? That's where strategy number 4 changes everything. Number 4. In 2024, the Department of Transportation passed the most powerful airline refund rule in decades, and it changed everything for seniors. Airlines are now required to give you an automatic cash refund when they significantly change or cancel your flight. Not a voucher, not a travel credit that expires in 6 months. Real money back on your credit card. For years, airlines played the same game. They'd cancel your flight or move it by 5 or 6 hours and then offer you a credit you didn't ask for. They knew most people, especially seniors, wouldn't push back. They'd accept the voucher, forget about it, and the airline kept the cash. Credits would expire unused. They'd sit in some account nobody checked. Airlines made billions from this quiet little trick. The 2024 rule shut that door. Here's what counts as a significant change under the new regulation. If your domestic flight gets moved by 3 or more hours, that qualifies. International flights 6 or more hours. If the airline changes your departure airport, adds a connection that wasn't there before, downgrades your cabin class, or makes the flight less accessible for a passenger with a disability, all of those qualify. Any one of them triggers your right to a full cash refund automatically. A 69-year-old retired accountant in Pennsylvania booked a $1,600 round-trip flight to visit family in Arizona. 6 weeks after booking, the airline quietly shifted his departure from 10 in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. That's a 6.5-hour change. Under the old rules, he would have gotten a voucher and a scripted apology. Under the new rules, he called the airline, cited the DOT regulation, and received $1,600 back on his credit card within 10 business days. Every penny. Here's what you need to do. After you book any flight, keep watching your flight details. Airlines change schedules all the time, and they count on you not noticing. If your flight shifts by 3 or more hours on a domestic route or 6 or more hours internationally, pick up the phone. Tell the agent you're requesting a cash refund under the 2024 DOT automatic refund rule due to a significant schedule change. Do not accept a voucher. If the agent pushes back, file a complaint directly on the Department of Transportation website. Airlines respond fast once the DOT gets involved. Now, if you're finding this helpful, hit that subscribe button so you never miss strategies like these. That DOT rule alone has put millions back in travelers' pockets. But what if your flight isn't canceled or changed? What if you simply can't go anymore? There's a strategy for that too, and airlines really don't want you to know about it. Number 3, you can make any non-refundable flight essentially refundable for about 5 to 10% of the ticket price. Airlines don't want you to know this because they sell their own travel insurance during checkout and it barely covers anything. That little box you see right before you pay, the one that says protect your trip for $49, that's the airline's product. It's high margin for them and almost useless for you. It covers a tiny list of approved reasons and denies nearly everything else. Third-party travel insurance is a completely different game. Here's the distinction that changes everything. Standard travel insurance covers specific situations: illness, death in the family, jury duty, a short list of approved emergencies. If your reason for canceling isn't on that list, you get nothing. But there's a category called cancel for any reason insurance. It does exactly what it sounds like. You can cancel your flight for literally any reason and get 50 to 75% of your ticket costs back. You don't need a doctor's note. You don't need to prove anything. You just cancel. A 74-year-old retired engineer in Virginia booked a $2,200 flight to visit his son in London. He added a cancel for any reason policy through an independent provider for $180. 3 weeks before departure, his knee started giving him serious trouble, and his doctor advised against a long flight. He called the airline and they told him the ticket was non-refundable. End of story. So he filed a claim with his insurance company instead. They sent him $1,650 back. That's 75% of the ticket price. His total loss was $730 instead of the full $2,200. That $180 policy saved him nearly $1,500. The catch is timing. You typically have to purchase cancel for any reason coverage within 14 to 21 days of making your first trip payment. Wait longer than that, and you lose the option entirely. So the moment you book a flight, start shopping for insurance right away. Compare providers on independent travel insurance comparison sites. Look specifically for cancel for any reason in the policy details, and keep every piece of documentation your doctor gives you, because even standard policies will cover medical cancellations if you have the paperwork. Never buy insurance from the airline. Always buy it independently. That one change alone can turn a total loss into a 75% refund. But the smartest seniors I've spoken with rarely need insurance at all. They use a booking strategy that builds flexibility in from the very start. This last strategy is the biggest money saver of all. Number 1, the single biggest loophole in airline pricing is something almost no leisure traveler ever uses. Book a refundable fare, then rebook when the price drops. Airlines let you do this. It's built into their system, and almost nobody takes advantage because most people don't even know refundable fares exist outside of corporate travel. Here's how it works. Refundable fares cost more upfront, typically 20 to 40% more than a non-refundable ticket. Most people see that higher price and immediately click away, but that premium buys you something incredibly powerful. Total flexibility. If the price of your route drops at any point after you book, you cancel your original ticket, get a full refund, and immediately rebook at the lower price. No fees, no penalties, no arguing with an agent. You can do this as many times as the price drops between now and your departure date. Some airlines will even reprice your refundable ticket over the phone without requiring a cancellation at all. Airlines assume only corporations buy refundable fares. Their entire pricing model is built around that assumption. Business travelers need flexibility because meetings move and plans shift on short notice. Airlines charge a premium for that flexibility and expect it to be expensed without a second thought. What they don't expect is a 70-year-old retiree using that exact same system as a price monitoring tool. A 70-year-old retired school principal in Georgia booked a refundable fare from Atlanta to Rome for $3,400. Every Sunday morning, she checked the price on Google Flights with her coffee. 6 weeks later, the price dropped to $2,600. She called the airline, canceled the original booking, and rebooked at the new price. Took 12 minutes. She saved $800 with absolutely zero risk. If the price had never dropped, she still had a fully flexible ticket. She could cancel anytime for a complete refund. And here's why this works even better for seniors. You have flexible schedules, no PTO requests, no school calendars, no boss to ask. You can shift dates freely to chase the lowest price and combine this with everything else we've covered today. Here are your golden rules. Always call and ask for senior fares before booking online. Use your 24-hour cancellation window every single time. Know the 2024 DOT refund rules and demand cash, not credits. Buy independent cancel for any reason insurance, not the airlines version. Book refundable fares and reprice when costs drop. Stack all 5 strategies together for maximum savings. Everything I just showed you works even better when you combine it with one specific travel rewards card designed for people over 60. A 67-year-old retired teacher used these exact strategies, plus one sign-up bonus, and flew round trip to Europe for $43 in taxes. That ticket was valued at $4,800. Watch this next video where I break down the exact card and the points strategy that makes it possible. Even if you've never used points before, don't leave thousands of dollars sitting on the table. See you there.